You ever take my jacket off for this one?
I'm Trimaine Show.
I'm Ralph Trimaine Show.
It's Ralph Trimaine Show is right around the corner.
What up, guys? We back.
All dudes are trash, all dudes are this. Niggas get you are trash. Half niggas get you like trash. But that's what these niggas are giving me a bad name. He said, I'm not. That's all he's saying.
You already know.
That's my bitch, man. That's J-Lo. Bitch, you ain't no J-Lo, bitch. You J-Rain. That's your ass name. You cute shit, bitch. You ain't about that. That's motherfucker. Your ass fake too. See? But you motherfucker, bro. Tell me how to check this out. This dude claim he rap. Like, want to rap these days, man. Niggas that name themselves after you don't want to rap and shit too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense, man. Anyway, dog. And I'm not trying to put you out there, but you made it personal, so.
The Ralph Trimaine Show is right around the corner.
What up, guys? We back. What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Ralph Trimaine Show. I'm Ralph.
I'm Trimaine.
And starting this month, we're gonna have all new faces for every episode in the month of January. And to start off, we got two new lovely ladies who are fans of the show. So they'll introduce themselves.
I am Trellis, aka the Insurance Lady.
And I'm Courtney. Everybody just calls me Court.
Okay, the first thing I want to start off talking about is that a lot of women claim that they're real women, they're real grown women, but they really don't live that grown woman lifestyle. So I want you guys to elaborate and let them know what it takes to be a real woman nowadays, because it's not the same as it used to be back in the 90s or the 80s or 50s or 60s or whatever. So what does it take to be a real lady in 2011, 2012?
Okay, I'm gonna start?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Definition of a real woman. There's no such thing as a real woman. It's all how you carry yourself and how you take care of your household. Your mindset. Having a child does not make you a real woman.
Having a child
Being married,
at all.
no. Being married does not make you a real woman. Constantly going to the club, not a definition of a real woman.
Makes you a club rat, not a real woman. Let's be honest. If you're in the club every weekend, if you're at happy hour, at Imagination, you're somewhere on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're on the Elks Club on Sunday, when do you spend time with your kids? Who's with your kids? It's like, you know, be a real woman is this. It's a woman who takes care of her household, takes care of her responsibility. You know, it doesn't matter if you have 6 kids, 2 kids, 12 kids. One thing I cannot stand is seeing a woman in public. She has her hair done, nails done, feet done, and her kids run around with snotty nose. Jackets are too small, high waters. What you're looking for is you're looking for a baby daddy or a sugar daddy. That's not what women do. The way you carry yourself, that's the way you're going to be treated.
Oh, if you use me as an example, us. We handle our own bills. We work when possible. School. We handle business basically. As a real woman, you're not gonna look. The word "can't" is not in your vocabulary. There's no such thing as the word "can't." A dude leave you, you're not gonna fall to pieces. You're gonna be able to pick that up and keep it moving. My children, as Court said, I walk out, my kids step out. There's no such thing as dependency to me. You're always able to pick up and keep it moving. So that might not be their definition of a real woman, but that's my definition of a real woman.
Another pet peeve of mine is you don't have to brag about what you do for your kids or what you can do for your household. When you step out and people see you, that speaks for itself. You don't have to have money to look like money.
Right.
I can't stand that.
I got money, but I look broke.
Women go out, girl. I got $100 and I'm going to buy me a pair of pants. Do you know what you can do with $100? My favorite word is sale. I might not have 6 figures in the bank. I'm not saying I ain't got no money. My money is long because I make it that way. Period. And nobody helped me to get that way. Another thing is I cannot stand a woman who uses her kids to get back at the father. If he's not doing anything, at the end of the day, he has to answer for it.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Not you. You don't have. I'm taking you to court. If you don't want to do anything,
I ain't gonna do it.
don't make it.
Nope.
I mean, you can say you're going to court. Guess what? If you don't want to do it, he's still gonna run. So it doesn't make any
My
sense.
situation.
Just cut it off. Keep it moving. You don't need all that extra going on. And my baby daddy, I can't stand when a woman is bashing a man. You weren't bashing him when he was giving you that hammer.
You was smashing, you wasn't bashing.
Exactly.
Times like that.
If he good enough to give you good
You
enough
was
to give
moaning.
you the hammer, then guess what? When he leaves,
Yeah,
go
that
ahead and take
dude.
care of your kids. Because at the end of the day, he has to answer for that. I just can't stand. It's already bad enough that, you know, we had this stereotype black women are hood and ghetto, and they always going to the courts and putting each other on child support. Do what you gotta do. You're so independent. You don't need child support then. Do your business. It's only 2 things in my book that grown people do. It's either you go to school or you go to the military. There's no sit out and wait a year and no, because there's so much stuff you can get into. Handle your business. And it's plain and simple. You don't need no praises. Oh, you're such a good mother. I'm a good mother. I take my kids here and here and here. Have your kids read to you? If you can't read, let them read to you.
That's a good point.
Like do something. Watch Nick Jr. I mean, you have kids. You're gonna do that. I'm you know what? I have 3 beautiful girls. My oldest one, you know, she's 10 years old. She's getting looked at Duke University for a scholarship when she graduates. You want to know why?
Because she reads.
She reads.
Reading is fundamental.
Exactly. I love reading. Even if you're reading a slutty magazine, you're reading.
This guy reading. Underage man.
No, that's not right. But what's it called? Just to go off of that point, do you think the stereotype that you're talking about, do you think that makes it harder for real women?
Yes, it really does. Because I'm a single parent. You guys know that I worked up in Enterprise, had my own office, took care of business, have 2 little girls. I don't get help for at all. They were put on papers, yes, but I don't get help at all. Even now, they're still taken care of, and people still look at you like if once I lost my job and went to go get help, I was constantly looked at as, why are you here? Why is your hand? Oh, you're on EBT, you're looking for a handout. No, boo-boo, because if it was up to me, I'll be back at my desk 24/7. I work 6 days a week. So it really does make it hard for us because we have 2 things going against us already. We're black and we're women. So we have to push a little bit harder. These females sitting out here willingly sitting on their ass because they don't want to work, that pisses me off. That really just...
I have to
get a
beg to
job.
differ.
What?
I have to beg to differ. I don't feel like it makes it hard for us because as long as we feed into it, it's gonna make it hard. Us being who we are and some of the other positive women that we hang around, it doesn't affect us because if you're not gonna give it to us, no matter what, I'm gonna make it happen. It doesn't matter because my kids are not gonna go without. But it's just your mind frame. I mean, if they're making it hard for you, it's just more. It should be more ammunition. It just pisses me off that
No,
women,
it fuels me. Trust
like,
me. That's
one thing I
fuel
can't
to the
stand.
fire.
Women on food stamps. They have child support, public housing, Section 8, TANF. But the government is giving you free money, and you go on to prime time, and you partying it up every weekend. It doesn't make sense to me. And your kids' clothes look like shit.
That puts me in slap
Like
a bitch
really,
mode.
but for real women who want to sit down and work and do what they got to do, it's like they can't get anything. It's a headache just to go to school. I just don't understand. It frustrates me. It's like you're teaching your kids. Well, shoot, my mama dropped out of school. She got her own house in Johnson Home, Martin Home. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna let the government pay me. How does that work?
It's not the right way to live. What you got? I just asked
my next question is with the whole bitch thing. How do you feel about that? Like some women claim it, some don't like it.
I claim it. I will honestly claim it because one of my friends told me I have 365 personalities. You'll only see Trey if I'm in the office. The other ones, you won't catch hell.
See it on Twitter.
My thing is this: if you act like a bitch, you get treated like a bitch. Whether it's a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. It's not saying, it's not derogatory unless you use it that way. It's not positive at all. It's talking about a female dog. What do female dogs do? A bitch is meant for breeding. That's it. That's all they're doing. They're just breeding. So I mean, if you want to claim it, that's you. If you don't, to each his own. But you don't have to. I can't stand hood females. I'm sorry.
I think it's overstated too much, in my opinion. That's just me. It can be.
It's used too loosely. It's like it's connotation and denotation. The regular word.
That's a good word. Say that again. I don't think they know it.
Connotation and denotation.
Google that.
Please.
Yes, learn something. Use it. The word.
It's the word of the day.
Like that used to work over there. So what about the word that gets pushed around, like women being a hoe? What's the difference between a woman being a hoe and just a woman that likes to have casual sex? What's the difference? There's nothing wrong with having casual sex as long as you claim it.
I don't really believe in the word hoe. Hoe is used because females are too holier than thou. They out, you know what I'm saying? They're doing what they're doing, but they don't want anybody to know. But if you know somebody else's business, you want to put them out on Front Street. A woman who just likes sex, she just likes sex. And she's grown. You don't pay her bills. It's like women say, oh, I don't like her because her hair is this. If you're always talking about somebody, they're doing something right because they got your attention. If you're on your grind and you do what you're supposed to do, then it doesn't matter.
Preach.
It's just like, that makes me mad. So you mean to tell me if I go out with one of my friend guys and I just so happen, I think he's cute, I want to give him some, I'm a hoe because I slept with him on the first night? Or if he goes out and he sleeps with 2 or 3 dudes, if he sleeps with 2 or 3 females, you know, he's a hoe. No, he just likes sex. He's not doing you, so what does it matter? Mind your business. Get your weight up and mind your business.
Keep your nose in your house.
What you think?
To me, we saw a few of those this weekend for us. We saw a few of those because they're chasers. To me, a whore is a thirsty ass female always chasing a nigga talking about how much money she can get out of him.
She get nothing out of me.
So crazy.
No, but seriously, don't be thirsty. If you, like Courtney said, handle your business, then handle your business. But don't be a thirsty ass female. That's just.
My thing is, why would you waste your time on it? Like, you can get some dick and you can't get nothing to eat.
You get that walking
They get that
outside.
for free.
That's true. All you gotta do is ask.
Right. I have never known a woman, like I tell people, and they're like, how did she get him? Let me tell you something. She could be the ugliest woman in the world, but if she carries herself like a lady, she can get any dude that she wants. He might say she can't get me. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She can get any dude that she wants. It's the same thing like a dude. But more than likely, women get offered sex every day. We don't get turned down. My friend just told me, you're sitting on a gold mine, literally. I mean, use it. I'm not saying go out and sleep with every dude that you want. I mean, it's too many things going around to be sloppy. You playing with your life. If you want to do that, that's fine. Don't bring it my way.
Well, I don't got nothing. I'm clean. I'm good.
It's all in the way that she carries herself. A woman can get anything she actually, and people say women don't rule the world.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
We do. Only because wars have been fought over the JJ. Being honest. Helen of Troy, they destroyed Troy. Rome fell because of a woman. Most people know
A
it
lot of people
didn't.
didn't know that.
Pick up a book.
They learn this stuff.
Pick
Smart.
up a book.
Something like a
Encyclopedia.
genius. Something like a
Read.
reading is fundamental, man.
Yes, just 5 minutes of your time. You learn a lot.
Okay, so what do women like you two in particular like look for in a man?
God.
Do we need to break out the list?